Oh no, disaster. Disaster. So I've come up to survey the damage and look, so that's my first job for today, is I need to fix those. This is what happens when you have an allotment plot, so everything's a bit windswept. Look at my bird thing over there. I think it's had a right battering here. Anyway, I'm here to do some weeding first. And then we're going to bake a cake. So I need to fix my structures. Polytunnel's still up. Everything else is still up. So I'll fix them structures. I'm going to do a bit of weeding. And then we'll go home and we'll bake a cake. So let's crack on. So look at them again. This is what I mean about the beans. If you leave them, they go massive, they go too big. They're not chewy or anything. They don't get, you know, like string beans. If you leave them, they get quite tough and stringy. Even the stringless ones, they do get quite tough. So I don't like those, me. So I don't go on. But these just keep going and going. But anyway, the structures. So I've supported them with some canes. I've put some canes in there. It won't be long before they're actually coming out. Look at all my lotto beans as well. So they're the ones, you know, in my garden where I picked them. And there were them lovely little, like, little Jurassic beans inside. They were so cute, so nice. Well, that's them. So they're all staying on. These are staying on until I'm ready for them. They're the Bellotto, or Bellotti beans, some call them. Bellotti. I think that one's going to do anything. So yeah, I'll pick some beans now. Let's have a look for some courgettes. Interesting. Can't see any on there, but the eye don't they? Oh yeah, there's a couple on there. So look, you can see one poking up there. Looks like it's got a little bit of damage, but it'll be alright. I think there's one hiding down there somewhere, if you can see. So yeah, right, I'll take those off. These are getting quite big. These are the sprouts. So what I'm going to do with this structure here is I'm going to raise it. So I'm going to lift it up so that they've got room to grow, because I don't want anything pecking these. You see this one here? The wind had blown off the other day, blown my netting off. So the pigeons had got to this and stripped it. But yeah, nothing's looking absolutely great. It's all looking chewed. It's all looking so chewed. Anyway, we'll lift this up so that it's a bit higher. I'll put some canes in that, so I'll do that one next. Right, that's done. Where am I? Can you see there? It's a bit skew whiffy, but it's doing the job. My net wasn't big enough, so I've had to stretch it, which has made the poles go all a bit strange. The hula hoops. But I'm happy with it because it'll do the job, so I'll show you now. It's not much. I could probably push them down a bit, but I'm not really bothered about the shape of it. I just don't want the birds to be able to get to them. So they're all nice and free inside now. So I'm happy with that. That'll do. Right, I've done enough now. I've tied up some stuff and I've been pottering about without filming because I'm going to take it home. I've got some giant courgettes. Look at these. You know when I said I don't know if there's any courgettes? They're almost marrows. Right, so let's go home and we'll make a courgette cake. Right, these are all the ingredients you're going to need. I will pop the list underneath in the description below of the ingredients. This is what I've used to make this courgette cake, to make it moist. So I've got oil, eggs, sugar and vanilla essence is the first thing that I'm going to put in my mixing bowl, and these have to be whisked until it goes to like a really smooth texture. So I've just got a teaspoon, roughly a teaspoon of vanilla essence, 2 eggs, 200 ml of oil, vegetable oil, and 250 grams of soft brown sugar. So get your mixture going. So it needs to be quite fast, and just get it going and leave it to come together. Now while that's all coming together, we'll measure out the dry ingredients. So here I've got self-raising flour, or you can use all-purpose flour for this. Cinnamon, so probably about a tablespoon of cinnamon. Some baking powder, about a teaspoon, and some bicarbonate of soda, about a teaspoon. So I'll mix those together, and I'll grate my courgette as well while I'm waiting, and put all my fruit and veg ingredients together as well, ready, so that I'm all good. Now when the mixture looks like that, it's like it'll form ribbons, what's called ribbons, so like a gloopy stage it is. I'm going to sift my dry ingredients, so my flour that I've just put all weighed out. So I'll sift all that into the bowl on top of that mixture that we've just done. And the next stage is I'm going to fold this in. It's not to be whisked, so otherwise you're going to lose all the air. So we're going to fold it in all nice. So we'll go round gently and just lift it and turn it, lift it and turn it until it's all incorporated and it's all mixed together. Now it needs to be quite a thick consistency, this now, because when you put your vegetables in, it will go quite runny and quite loose. So you can't have it too oily at this stage, too runny. So you don't need to squeeze the water out or anything. So I've got some pecan nuts. I'm going to chop those, just roughly chop. This will give the cake a nice bit of a texture, so it won't be just moist cake. It'll be have a little bit of crunch to it. You don't have to put nuts in if you don't like them, or if you're allergic, don't have them. But yeah, I like nuts, and I put sultanas in, so it gives you like different textures in the cake. see how precise I weigh out my ingredients? Not. Right, let's give this a good mix. So we'll give it a good mix, but obviously not too vigorous because we've still got that cake mix in there, so we don't want to lose too much air. So see how it's gone much runnier now. That's the right consistency now. So we'll tip it all into a nice, this is one of my bread moulds, my bread baking tins. So we'll pop it all in there, and then that will go in the oven. Now I baked this one because mine was quite deep, so I baked this one for 1 hour and a quarter on 180. So it's 180 degrees, and I did turn it down a little bit because it was getting a bit burnt on top. So I didn't want it to burn. So that's 1 hour and a quarter. So the way to test it is when you pull it out, you stick a skewer in it or some sort of implement, and it should come out clean. So there should be no like runny mixture stuck to it when you know that it's cooked. And then I take mine out and I put it on a wire rack and I leave it to cool. So it's got to be left now to go completely cold, and then I'm going to put some cream on top because we're not that keen on cream cheese in our household. So we're going to put some double cream. Well, I'll put vanilla in it and a bit of sugar, so it's more of a chantilly type cream, sweet cream.